Good morning, class. All right. And your countable noun, depending on the number, can go into your plural, depending. All right. Your SVA, your collective noun. Remember we talked about it. Transform your uncountable nouns to countable nouns, and you do that by adding the quantifier. Remember? We talked about this as well yesterday. If you have your worksheet with you, or if you have excellent memory, how do we make news articles? We add in articles, right? News articles, and we make them countable. Luggage, we have luggage bags. Okay, we put a plus lah, so we know, okay? It's not just on its own like that. But equipment, we can put in boxes of homework, pieces of homework. Sugar cubes can be counted. Teaspoon, tablespoon, and furniture. So you have rooms of furniture. There you go. Move along. Proximity rule. Proximity rule is very important because you always take the subject closest to the blank, right? Keep in mind now, during day one, right? There was one of the questions that the blank appeared right in the front. Now, if the blank appears right in the front, then obviously you're going to take the subject closest to that blank, which is the first one mentioned. There is no hard and fast rule that says you must always use the second one mentioned as your subject, okay? Whichever is closest, that's why it's a proximity rule. The one closest to the blank. And that's how we work on it. Do not confuse either or, neither nor with neither of and either of, both using the of. Because you know with this one, it's always in singular. Again, the rule to remember is neither of means zero, don't have, right? And therefore it's singular. Either of, you only choose how many? You're only allowed to choose one. Therefore, it's also singular. Please write my notes down. You're going to need it when you revise. It looks simple enough, but sometimes if you're not really paying attention, you're going to lose 1 mark. And we don't want that to happen, okay? I'm going to flash all the answers as I go through it. In case you want to check yours first, and then you can do your corrections even before I go through it, that's fine. Just make sure you're listening as I'm going through it. All right, here we go. Question number 1. David likes to watch movies. Sally likes to watch movies too. So these two sentences talk about the individual person, which is singular, therefore the verb ends with an S. However, when you combine them with both, you know it's a plural, therefore the verb has to be changed into a plural verb. See the word here, and? Every time you see the word and, it's a plus. So it's more than one. So both David and Sally like to watch movies. Question number 2. The twins forget to make their bed. Alice forgets to make her bed. You see, because make is for the twins, and she forgets, Alice, sorry, makes her bed. In this case, neither the twins nor Alice. Now you're using this to join the sentence together. Therefore, the blank would be here, right? The verb. So you look to the rule of proximity. Alice becomes your subject. Therefore, your answer is neither the twins nor Alice remembers to make her bed. Don't forget, Alice is the subject here. She's a subject. So it's not their bed anymore, but her bed, because we're talking about Alice. Okay, moving on to number 3. All the boxes of equipment were carefully packed and sealed. Now they use every. So we know every becomes singular, right? I'm going to put it here for you. Therefore, Every box of equipment was carefully packed and sealed. As opposed to all the boxes becomes plural, that's why it's were. This time around we change it to every, which is singular, so the word becomes a was. Number 4. The Tan family and their pet dog go for a walk in the nearby park every weekend. Distractor, okay? So the Tan family, including their pet dog, goes. Why? Because you're responding to the Tan family. Notice there are also 2 commas here. You need to put in the 2 comma because this is the clause that can actually be removed to show you directly that the subject is the Tan family. Finally, the last question. This pen is broken. That pen is broken too. Either of, very quickly put in the partner. Either of the pens is broken because either of is always in your singular form.